I made sure to keep my napping habitat consistent, in hopes that I would be able to get proper shut-eye during that time. I would turn off the lights in my room, put my phone on silent, and crank up the noise machine to get white noise so it would be easier to fall asleep. I also blocked time off on my calendar to do this every day so that I didn't have to worry about any work interruptions. Why the turkey you eat at Thanksgiving isn't what makes you sleepy. A dermatologist and a cosmetic chemist debunked 19 skin care myths. How car manufacturers measure torque and horsepower. A sommelier compared 11 wines from Costco, Target, Trader Joe's, and BJ's, and the winner was clear. Here's what would happen if you tried to dig to China. Watch. From heads of state to mask makers, the world is celebrating Biden's victory over Trump. Californians are turning to indigenous groups and their controlled burns to combat the worst wildfire season in history. I quit texting for a week and it was harder than I expected. Watch. An 86-year-old is one of the last Greek bakers who makes phyllo dough by hand. He turned his kitchen into a tourist attraction. Watch. Santorini used to have a flourishing tomato crop. Now one man is turning to tourists to save the industry. How millions of pounds of coffee are processed at Hawaiian coffee farms. How Ocean Spray harvests 100 billion cranberries in just 6 weeks. I tried cooking an entire Thanksgiving dinner using Google Home Hub and found there are 2 major flaws with it. What would happen if humans gave birth in space? NYU professor says Facebook should pay taxes for making us less productive. Trump still hasn't conceded the election. Here's how other presidential runner-ups have graciously bowed out in the past. By the second day of this experiment, I noticed these lunchtime naps impacted how awake I felt during the afternoon. Typically, by about 3 p.m. every day, I would reach for any caffeine I could find. But after my 30-minute naps, I no longer felt an urge to grab a cup of coffee and instead felt like I was able to power through the end of the day. After catching some sleep during that natural window, I often felt focused until at least 6 p.m., which is 90 minutes longer than I usually have the energy to keep working on a typical day. In the end, this challenge proved to me that napping benefited my life and productivity levels in so many ways. Will I make this part of my daily routine? No. Mostly because I won't always have the time to do this on a daily basis. But when my schedule allows or when a week gets too stressful, adding a nap into my schedule will be my go-to way of increasing my work ethic and decreasing my stress levels.